It's hard. It's just hard. You can't really get that good at poker if you have a part-time job. It's just very difficult. You really do have to burn those boats. But then, like, after you burn those boats, you can't just be lounging around like, oh, I'm a poker professional now. I'm gonna watch TV and scratch my ass and do whatever I want with my time. It's not going to work that way. Eventually, you'll have to get a job again because you're not going to make money. You have to really, really commit. I'm going to study. I'm going to study GTO day and night. I'm going to be grinding when I'm not studying. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to eat, sleep, and breathe poker. At first, that's the way you should be taking it. Until you have some money stashed away in the bank, then you can start, you know, letting a little bit more loose. And playing less or studying less a little bit and stuff like that. But you can't just like all of a sudden like, oh, I'm gonna quit my job to have the freedom of being an online poker player, and I'm gonna take advantage of the freedom. I'm gonna take Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays off, and Sundays, and like play 3 days a week. Like, you're already setting yourself up for failure when you do that. Your thought should be like, I'm gonna quit. Like a really good mindset thought should be, I'm gonna quit my job and I'm going to be playing and studying poker 7 days a week. And then eventually when I get really, really good, then I can start to take a day off. Maybe I'll take 2 days off at a certain point in the future. But that's the way you should start. I don't even know if Jack 9 off is supposed to be an open here. It seems kind of on the borderline here. I feel like it could be the bottom. Could be the bottom. I know Jack 10 off obviously is a raise. Jack 9 off, I think at $10 games, I think I can raise this and get away with it, even if it's not an actual, you know, raise in the realm of GTO. Freddy Gruger says, I can't even handle poker while having no job. Can't imagine having a job plus wife plus kid. Yeah, it will be difficult. It will be very, very difficult to juggle, you know, poker, working a job. You know, it's already like Pedro's saying, it actually is very difficult just as is. You know, you still got to give it 100% commitment and like get into it with the studying, like nonstop studying, grinding. You know, it's a hard thing. So having a job on top of it, it's just like, and then having like a family on top of that, you're asking for like, you know, burnout, exhaustion, all that. You're asking for it. You are literally asking for it. Mr. Pedro says, sounds crazy. Lol, must be superhuman to do that. Yeah, I would agree. Even with just poker, like even with two things, like poker and like a family with like kids and stuff, that's already a lot. And if you have a part-time job on top of that, that's a lot. Yeah, it's hard for me to juggle even like, you know, being full-time poker. I guess it's a little bit more difficult for me because I also, you know, obviously own Team 651 and have to, you know, work with that and then play full-time poker and then have a girlfriend. You know, it's hard to juggle all that even. So like adding like something else on top of that just seems like a lot. We'll go 45 here. Tommy Gunn says, how many days are we grinding poker? Every single day. Okay, every single day. Every single day. That's how much we grind poker. That's the actual truth to that. Every single day. Mr. Tommy Guns with the airwaves and frequencies emoticon, which is kind of cool. Interesting little. This guy just betting 90 on this board texture is just really weird. I'm gonna call one because of that. I don't know if why he would ever bet an ace 3/4 here in this spot ever, or a 5. Obviously he's not going to bet 5 that way. We'll check. The jack is not a great river card, but let's see what he does here. All right, we'll go check, and we will lose. Okay, pocket sixes. All right, I guess in a fishy kind of way that sizing makes sense there, but not really. You know, we'll give it to him. Astor Las Tamas says, how many buy-ins should I have for ultras? A lot. A billion. Ultras are a very swingy game. A lot. Like, I don't really even have an answer to that. Like you need to be very, 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 very well rolled, because like, you know, ultras are the swingiest game there is in terms of like, you know, how many buy-ins you can lose. There's nothing really swingier. I think it's even swingier than like MTTs, which are very swingy. Oh, that's a nice little raise call from Mr. Superman. Showing his true colors with that one. You know, very nice, Mr. Superman. Very nice. Assuming 4 to 5% ROI per game. Even assuming 4 to 5%, well, 4 to 5% ROI per game is not really possible. So I'm not sure how you can assume that. That's not in the realm of possibilities in ultras. Well, I guess unless you're including like rate back and leaderboard and stuff, then maybe it is. But I'm still not sure if it will be. Tony says infinite. Yeah, I would agree. Infinite is what's necessary. Fish this guy's. This guy's a little bit fishy, you know, or a lot of bit fishy. So he's calling all in really wide and doing some crazy shit. So yes, we're going to be playing a wide range of hands and hopefully stacking this guy very shortly. I'm not going to bet here versus him ever. And versus some fish, I would probe and barrel even with this hand on this run out, but not versus this guy. I'm going to bet pot here though. Get value from some worse kings. I think he could even call a 4 or a 3 here. He's a little bit wild. You've seen him, you know, race calling 85 suited and stupid shit like that. Yeah, I forgot that guy's name. God, I just totally whiffed. It's like it's on the tip of my tongue. Like, what is that guy's name? I don't remember. Damn, I don't remember. You'll have to remind me. As soon as you remind me, I'll be like, oh, yeah, shit. He's like a legend streamer too. I really should know. She's using every emoticon known to mankind. This guy just slamming it in. No matter what he has here, this is a horrific play. Nice hand, sir. Mr. Tony says, you're a legend, Jack. Hope we get to meet one day. When is the official Team 651 meeting? Europe is the place, but far away from UK, please. We actually had a very cool like Team 651 meeting a few years ago, but it was only for the people that lived in like the Canada area. I'm thinking, you know, once the airports are more clear and once it's more like normal to travel, I would love to have like a few Team 651 meetups, like for people around the world, like one meetup like in this location, and then like a couple months later another meetup in like a different location, just so like everyone has a chance to meet everybody. So yeah, that would be nice. You know, that would definitely be nice. I'm also at some point gonna like make it so that like people can come visit me in Toronto. You know, I have an extra bedroom here, so anybody can come for like, you know, a few days and just come visit, come hang out if you want to check out Toronto or whatever. So I'm gonna open that up to definitely some people where they can just come and just hang out here in Toronto for a few days, live inside my apartment. That's like right here, you know, in the bedroom right next to me here. I think that would be really cool, just to have like, you know, one by one, just random guys coming on Team 651, spending some time in Toronto, getting to meet me, Jason, Rudy. You know, we got some other 651ers here as well. We got Patrick, the streamer, Egyptian, Mr. Patty. You know, he's alive and kicking, and as a TO guy, we got Adam. We got Adrian. You know, we got some Team 651ers here. We got the Jasons, we got the Rudy. So we got a lot going on in Toronto here. So I'm gonna jam this guy with King 9. I think he might call me with 9-4 offsuit. I think it's very possible. Jonas says, Antonio's vegan dishes on Insta look delicious. Vegan, yeah, they do. They really do. Like, I was like looking at those things and I was like, these are vegan dishes? Like, what? They look so good. My mouth has been watering just like staring at this guy's Instagram the last few days. I'm just like, shit, this looks so good. All right, we're gonna race to 120 here versus the Fish's Donkaroo. We are happy to get this in for 5 billion big blinds or however much money he wants to throw in there. we would get it in. 10-7 off. We'll check it over to our friend. Mr. Pedro says, I'm definitely flying overseas for that kind of meetup, to be honest. Canada is awesome. Yeah, I'd actually love to do a meetup, you know, in the Canada area. Like Toronto or Montreal, like that's where our last like little meetup was. We actually rented out like this huge mansion in Montreal, and we went to play the it was like a bunch of 651ers we went to. I'm gonna actually jam this because this guy's been he called an A2 at one time, like he called A5 suited, you know, so he's gonna call, yeah, he calls A2 off. That's why we jam pocket queens instead of flatting or like clicking or whatever. We're just getting it right in. He does suck out on us, which kind of sucks, but all right, we'll continue. But yeah, so we rented out this mansion. It was kind of far from downtown and kind of far from Playground Poker Casino, but it was just such a fun time. I think it was like 12 of us, and we had no problem, the 12 of us staying in this house. The house was huge. There was a sauna in the house. They had like a little gym area downstairs. It was 3 floors. It was like a basement, the main level, and the top floor had like a billiards table and like a little bar. Like it was really, really cool. But yeah, I would love to do one of those kind of things at some point in the near future, and just make it open invite. Like whoever wants to fly out can fly out and join for like a week or something like that. And like, you know, Team 651, like myself, I would just cover the expenses of the house that we rent. So we would pay for the house, and then like whoever wants to fly in can fly in, kind of thing. Like we'll have like 15-20 guys probably that are actually willing to fly, you know, I don't know for how many hours, wherever, you know, depending on where people live. I should have Seabed here. My brain is off. I can't think while I'm gonna call her. I can't think while I'm talking, so I get kind of thrown off there. I don't know. I should have never checked Ace 4 here. But yeah, something like that would be really cool. But also, I do want to wait until things start to slow down in terms of like travel restrictions, and like, because it's just all a mess right now. It's been a mess for a while, and once everything just gets settled and like people don't need like tests and like a dozen tests to go back and forth borders and like, you know, all this ruckus, once all that stuff is done with, then I'm already like brainstorming like at least 1 or 2 like 651 meetups that we can do at some point. And like could be like a 651 meetup in like Bahamas, like during, you know, the poker tournaments there in like January, or like in Vegas during the summer. That's an option. Canada's just always an option. Yeah, there could be like multiple like meetup things that we do, that we set up, where like some people might want to go to a certain location and maybe they might not want to go to another location, so they can pick and choose like which ones they would prefer to go to or whatever. But yeah, that Montreal trip was so fun. We went for like 10 days in that huge house. We were just like all grinding online and then grinding at the casino. We had a couple nights out. You know, we had a couple of guys that like Adam and Kyle, which were like really, really, really good cooks. They were cooking all the food, making breakfast for everybody, making steaks at night for everybody. We were just having a good time. It was just fun. It was just really, really fun. So we would love to like recreate something like that.